All right, guys. We've got Astrea over here in the bottom, or the right side, I should say. And we've got Trap in the top left. And you know why this is special? It's Astrea, an American, in the finals of the tournament. It's not every day we get to be this patriotic as proud, true-blooded Americans. I'm not American, guys, but you know, I feel like I'm part of the American region. Basically, many years ago, rather than maintaining all these separate servers with like not that many people playing on them, like Brazil and Australia, they said Singapore, Brazil, Australia. Do you know what? You guys are all part of America. And we were like, I mean, this does describe the last 100 years of, you know, America's imperial colonial policy and everything. But like, I mean, I didn't realize it was happening in-game as well. And then, you know, after that initial reaction of, oh, no, I was like, dude, I want to be part of America. Let's do it. I started eating hamburgers, shooting guns, fireworks, putting up the stars and stripes, putting my hand across my heart when we sing the national anthem, football, the good version with helmets, gridiron, the Super Bowl. Though that's way better than AFL. I love that one. That's my favorite sport, guys. Point being, guys, Astrea's in the finals. It's going to be fun. He's a bit of a cheeser, bit of a cheeky boy, plays crazy. And the fact that he got here, remember there was guys like Solar, Beyond, Shin, bunch of badasses in this tournament. These two players have bested all of them to get here. So they've both got a bunch of scalps under their belts so far. And it's been really good. Now, Trap is back from the military. He's been good, but he's been struggling to win all three matchups. I think the big one was like just the top couple of PvP players like Hero and Maxpax he couldn't get through. And I think Zergs were giving him a lot of issues, right? I think he was able to beat Beyond from like the first week he came back, which was crazy, by the way, because Beyond is so hard even for Maxpax to beat right now. But his PvZ was really lacking. So I'm curious to see how him and Astrea match up. They're both kind of tricky PvP players, and they're both not really like micro in your face, I'm going to kill you players. They're very like strategic, methodical, and intelligent players. Like they try to build advantages. Now, Astrea right now is up 6 probes. So he's way ahead economically, but for how long? 4 Stalker drop, that's enough to one-shot probes. Ooh, good probe pull. Very quick probe pull. I like that he pulled probes so quickly. And oh, the Stalker's doing some good damage. Focusing the Prism though. Okay, one Stalker goes down for 1 sentry. Actually, 2 sentries and 2 probes. Nice move. Astrea should unload there. Oh, a little slow to unload. Could have got some damage. Adept's in the left side. He does have his own Adept stealth answer. Oh, dude, he's dodging probes. He's dodged it. He just saved 2 probes by picking them up with the Prism. Astrea, hello. Now, the first person I ever saw do that regularly was Nina. So shout out another American, Nina. She is fantastic. She used to do this. I remember the first time she did it to me in a game. I ran into a mineral line with a pack of banelings, and she picked up 8 probes and dropped them on the high ground from her third. And I was like, what? You're not allowed to do that. No one does that. So this is an American special. People say Americans don't create strategies. They just do dumb stuff. You're wrong. America. Let's go. To be fair, the Korean's looking pretty good right now, guys. This is a big attack on the front. He's going to get Adepts in the main. Nice cancel on the Shade, but he's taking down the battery. Astrea's finally getting some counter damage here, though. Really good counter damage. Can he defend at home, though? There's a Prism there for Trap, which is going to give him a lot of micro ability. Great force fields, but that Immortal's sneaking through the left side. I think Astrea will have to pull probes into this fight. If his Immortal can get in range, it's fine. That force field is clutch! That force field is clutch, but if his Immortal can get in range of Trap's Immortal, it will blast through it. Nice hot pickup for Trap. Stalkers take out the Prism. 10, dude, so many probes going down. He's killed 7 probes on the other side, but his Adept goes down. His Prism is still alive. Can he get rid of the Immortal? Finally, the Immortal goes down. His own Immortal saves his bacon. He loses way more probes, but he had way more to start. If he double chronos probes, I think he's okay, because he's still got a Prism alive, and he could actually use that Prism to go for an Immortal drop in the follow-up. But hold on, there's still an Adept in the main, so even more probes died. Oh, that is a 5-worker advantage. Trap does very well, but Trap lost his Immortal, lost his Prism. You've still got an Immortal and a Prism alive. Neither side has Twilight, no Blink, anything like that. Now, Trap does see the counterattack coming, but 4 Stalkers moving forward. If they could catch the Prism, that could be big. Sentries coming in right now. Stalkers for Trap, looking for an ambush. Grab a Stalker, fade away. Grab another Stalker, fade away. Oh, great micro for Trap. Trap going for some big boy play right now. Some big boy play. Fantastic micro from the Korean, man. Koreans known for their micro, their skill under pressure. Trap may not be Hero. He may not be the most clutch, crazy micro player, but he's still very top tier. He was the best Protoss for a few years there. Especially when Hero was in the military, Trap was the king of Protoss. He was the hope. Serral was one of the reasons why he didn't win as many tournaments as he probably should have. Prism does get sniped. Really good catch. Only loses 4 probes. Good counter pressure for Astrea. It does equalize. Allows Astrea to chrono his probes out. Get himself an advantage. And he's got a second Immortal. Oh, I was not expecting a second Immortal right now. Blue eyes, swollen lips on both sides. Oh yeah, there's hematomas on people's foreheads, man. We're looking at like, oh man, what's that famous MMA fight? Oh, it was the Polish girl against Wei Li, where she made her look like a Klingon. Oh my god, why am Jędrzejczyk. What's her name? I don't know why I'm having a blank on that. Anyway, it's like that fight where her forehead looked like she was a bloody Klingon. Yeah, Joanna, that's it. That's both of these guys right now. I was like, that was actually the craziest hematoma I've ever seen on someone's forehead ever, by the way. That was just like, I was just like, she actually looks like she's got Star Trek prosthetics on. I had never seen anything. I was like, damn. And she still fought so well after that as well. It's crazy. One of the greatest MMA fights of all time, in my opinion. Immortal's doing really well. Ooh, good Immortal drop. This is what we're talking about. When you don't have Blink, Immortal drop's a problem. Sees the Twilight. You might think, oh, it's just Blink. But seeing no gas on the natural, seeing the low economy, you should be able to predict potentially these Adepts. But Astrea's all over Trap right now. Astrea's just played a series against Beyond, and you can tell he's on point. He's in practice. Like, he's looking really good. Adept's going down as well. Observer's over there. Robobay's on the way. Robobay, if you get Disruptor, it wrecks Adepts. I don't think he's even got time to get Glaives and Adepts out. Astrea's just going to keep pushing, using his Prism to get the advantage. But wait, double Immortal counter drop. Trap's going to wreck him with the Immortal drop. Astrea says, I'm just going to kill you by pushing in. Battery overcharge is big, though. These Immortals are kind of shrekking him right now. A few Zealots going to warp in. Immortals take a long time to deal with Zealots, so at least they'll tank for a while. They won't actually deal with it. They will just, like, absorb damage. And he's like, crap, I'm not getting damage. Loses 7 probes. The Immortal. Oh, Trap. Dude, that was huge. Trap was dead, but he gets 7 probes, saves both Immortals, loses almost nothing. Still is behind in this game, but he's got Glaive Adepts and 6 Gateways. If he can warp in 2 rounds of Adepts while keeping his Immortals alive. Oh, and he's going to catch Astrea's Immortal. Oh, Trap. Dude, Trap is ruining right now. Immortal counter drop for Astrea. Astrea's thinking about a third. He needs to think about surviving right now. I mean, the Immortal drop's good because it forces your opponent all in, but you need a Disruptor. He's building a Colossus. Crazy play. I think Astrea's dead. I think Astrea's just going to get destroyed by these Adepts. The battery's too far forward, man. The force fields are good, but the Immortals get dropped on him. Nice focus on the Prism, but he doesn't quite get it. Battery overcharge already gone down. Immortals are in the main base. Trap's Immortal rallies out. Astrea tries to pick it up. The force field for Trap. Trap clutching victory from the jaws of defeat with an Immortal counter drop into a clutch push. This is huge. Let's go. Oh, man. Dude, not able to get his Forge, not able to get his Colossus. Astrea was thinking 3 steps ahead. He needed to realize this game was about the here. It's about the now. It's about right now. And he was investing in, he was thinking about a third, thinking about Robobay, thinking about upgrades. Astrea was thinking about the future. But he should have been investing in the right here, right now. And Trap did just that. Nothing but Adepts, a super low economy all in. And I mean, your best bet is maybe to do a base trade, I guess. I mean, you are ruining his income. Wait, can Astrea get back in this game, guys? Recall's going down for Trap on that side. A couple more probes go down. Trap's only on 10 probes. He's technically got less economy. Just focus the probes. No, he accidentally sieges the War Prism. Misclick of the ages. Luckily, there's almost nothing that shoots up. That force field for Trap was hilarious. He must have cast that when the sentry was really far away. Observers following each other right now. 2 pervy boys sidling up to each other, pointing at each other, going, he's the pervert, he's the pervert. It's like, dude, you're both wearing trench coats and sunglasses. Can you both need to get punished. Anyways, it looks like Trap gets the first hit, but they both have to back off. Oh, the Stalkers. Okay, good pickup, good pickup. Astrea saving his units. The Colossus is here. Astrea with 12 probes, Trap only on 7. It's a very close game. The force fields could be big. The force fields could be absolutely clutch. Going forward with the Immortals. If Trap's Immortals can all get in range, they can kill that Colossus. The Colossus picking up and unloading. That Colossus is like 2 hits from dying. Dude, he pulls away from the Immortals. He's going to deal with the Adepts. Great defense here by Astrea, but his Immortals and Colossus are still very low. Those Immortals may be able to kill them. The Immortals are so low on both sides, but Astrea, okay, he's still got 2 Immortals, 1 Immortal and 1 Colossus. He has to pull away. It's pull away, pull away, pull away. He's going to go for the Colossus counter drop to try and focus down probes. He's got to pull back his other units. They're both fighting in the middle. I guess Astrea's only on 1 base, whereas Trap's on 2. So no, Astrea does need to keep going. Astrea needs to go win. I forgot he lost his Nexus, didn't he? So even though he has more probes, and right now the mining is kind of similar, you can see the minerals is ahead. Even though Trap doesn't have gas mining, he's got mineral mining, and that's going to be important the longer this game goes. The Colossus is going to go down. The Colossus is going to go down. The Immortals, the Prism Micro. Both Prisms of Trap are deep in the red. But with Battery Overcharge, he can defend. Battery Overcharge, and he should be able to never lose these Immortals. These Immortals can hold off the advance forever. The Immortal of Astrea almost goes down. Astrea's Immortal is on 10 hit points. It is on 11 hit points. Now, don't get me wrong, Astrea could expand behind this and play a longer game, but it's going to be hard. I think he needs to rotate. He's going to try and elevate right now onto the high ground. He's going to warp in a Sentry, another Adept. Focus that pylon would be good. He's going to depower the Robo. There's still 2 gates, though. I don't think Trap cares. This is so low economy, you don't need a lot of production. The Sentry getting targeted. Oh, good force field on the Immortal. But this Immortal of Astrea being so low, it's 2 Immortal shots from dying. And that's a massive problem. There is still just Hallucinated Phoenix on the other side. Seeing there's no expansion, Trap knows he's just got to bide his time. Any units he can warp in, and then when he fights, you don't want to pull probes because of the Colossus. He's lost 3 probes there. Trying to mine more gas. He's mining from 1 gas right now. Making more Stalkers, spreading his units out. It's everything. Astrea has the bigger army, but his big important units are so close to dying. The Stalkers YOLO after the Prism. Not a good move for Trap. He loses all of his Stalkers. I think that might be a crucial mistake. That could be game losing. The Immortal and the Colossus are strong, but the Immortals of Trap, they're doing a good job of outranging the Adepts at least. Colossus has 7 range though, and that you got to be careful with that Prism. If that gateway goes down, that's big. The Immortals take big damage. Force field on the left is clutch. Force field on the left is clutch. 1 Immortal goes down. It's game-changing. Astrea may actually have game 1. I told you guys he's the president of Clown College. America is better at these sort of messy games than anyone else. If you play on NA ladder, you play against so many cheeses, so many weirdos. And don't get me wrong, Astrea does most of his practice on Korea and Europe, but he grew up in America. When you grow up in America, you never forget the lessons you learn from 5.3K on the NA ladder. You know, 5.3K on the NA ladder gets a lot of disrespect. People don't realize how many clown builds you play against every day. There are people who aren't even trying to get better at StarCraft, who've played 37,000 games of StarCraft 2. You'd think they're pretty good. No, they've just literally mastered one stupid build. The games are so dumb. And because of that, you learn to navigate the chaos and the craziness. And that's what Astrea has done here. Trap doesn't have the numbers anymore. Astrea has the high ground. And Trap, I mean, he's Anakin right now. Astrea is Obi-Wan Kenobi. He has the high ground, and he's about to chop your legs off, mate. He's about to chop your arms and legs off and leave you to die by a fire river. A fire river? Is that what we're calling lava now? A fire river. Sorry, guys. Sometimes I say things, then listen to them after I say them, and I go, yeah, you're smart. Gonna rotate back. Wouldn't mind him killing the rest of the tech in there, but I guess he's worried about a counterattack. He is walled in. Prism comes forward. Trap's got a single gate rebuilding. He's not ready to give up. What a game this has been. Look at the units lost. They're within 25 resources on the units lost of each other. 15 minutes in, 1 base versus 1 base, 25 resources apart. Come on. What a match this is. What a way to start the finals. This is why people sometimes they're like, oh, I like watching players who play perfect. Get out of here, guys. I love watching Cyril as much as the next guy. I like watching a perfect Clem game. Nice counterattack, by the way. But at the end of the day, there is something special when a North American boy gets into a chess match, or sorry, should I say a cheese match, with a Korean, and Astrea barely manages to clutch game 1. All right, guys. Astrea in the top left side of the map, and Trap is going to block his expansion. Astrea is going to block Traps in the bottom right. What a fun way to start the finals. Now, there hasn't really been either player banking for the expand. Astrea was a little more. You notice how his second gas is a bit later? Then again, Trap's not even using his second gas, so it's not like his build was actually favored at all because of that, because Astrea is focusing more on minerals. Look at this. Trap's only got 13 dudes on minerals right now. He's super gas heavy. Which is kind of weird, because like it feels like, I mean, he's kind of going to have to go quick Oracle and get damage with it. If you commit this hard to gas, kind of, I feel like it shoehorns you into like a specific position. I don't think it's great. Astrea does lose his probe though. That's really good. It's always good to shut down their vision before even building anything, because now he doesn't know for sure you've gone Stargate. Bit of a screw up for Astrea, guys. It's never worth losing the probe. Even if you let them to get the Nexus, you let them the Nexus. If Astrea was paying attention to his scouting and noticed what we noticed, 3 workers on each gas immediately and lots of workers missing on minerals, Astrea would have known there's no way Trap could even afford a Nexus. Because look, even now he can't afford the Nexus. Yeah, admittedly he added the Stargate, Warp Gate, and an Adept, but he is in a much more gas-focused build. Now, he committed to the pylon, right? He did cancel it eventually. Astrea got the faster nexus, and Astrea is going to go 2 gates. So he's just playing straight to blink, straight gateways, and like I said, these early oracles, you want damage because look at the probe difference. This Astrea's build is way more solid than Trap's in terms of like basic income building. That being said, Oracle is obviously the more useful tech, but then what tech does Astrea have? No tech. He's just going to build Stalkers and Sentries, use the Sentries to scout to make sure he doesn't get cheesed, and he's just going to be probing up and heading to Blink a little bit earlier. But I wouldn't be surprised if Trap's Twilight goes down sometime in the near future. We'll see. He's building himself a Stalker now. Where is that Adept, by the way? Adept's kind of just scouting for proxies. Oh, checking for proxies is interesting. Because he saw a quick Nexus, so I wouldn't really be worried about proxies normally if I was in Trap's shoes. Trap is not going to go second Oracle. He just does go for the Twilight. And we'll see if he can catch up in the probes at all. Unlikely. Oh! Trap turns on his laser, gets 1 probe. Now as Astrea, you should take very little damage. This is a great battery because it covers most of the probes while also healing the front. And that Adept coming in might get a probe. Doubt he'll get a second one. So this is efficient. Oh, he gets the second probe, actually. And the Oracle joins in, so it was a distraction. That's worth it. Adept for 4 probes, super worth. I think one of those probes was on the right side, so I guess technically it's 3 probes for an Adept. Still a good trade. Astrea is now only ahead 2 workers. And Blink is ahead for Astrea, but how much, really, right? Blink is about to start. You get a 15-second, 20-second lead on Blink. That's not a big deal. But Astrea's definitely got the chance to saturate his natural faster. He's ahead 3 workers on his natural so far. And Trap is going to go Dark Shrine. I don't like this play for Trap at all. I think it would be crazy for Astrea in his position to not build a Robo. Like, even if you've seen Blink and no Robo, I think you're literally just playing so gambly if you don't build a Robo as Astrea. You've skipped Oracle. All you're doing is camping at home. You've got no forward pressure. You'd be crazy to not do that. Now, he scouted and he saw a second gateway and nothing else, and he didn't see any sentries, and he's only seen 1 Oracle. So Astrea's seen every possible sign that his opponent's hiding tech. Because it's like, wait, you didn't build a second Oracle, you didn't build a Sentry. He's seen no sign of where his opponent's tech is. And yet he's not building a Robo and he's rushing a 3rd base. I think Astrea had this build mapped out before the game started and he's not been paying attention to what he's seen in this game. Pressuring the front also not very effective on this map because the ramp plus the Stalkers and the batteries can hold. And honestly, if the DTs get in, he's screwed. Robo does start. Dark Shrine's not quite ready. He might barely have it in time. Not sure if he cut this too fine or not. These guys could run up that ramp, and it's not quite enough to one-shot a Stalker. I think you need 9 to one-shot a Stalker. I could be wrong. Is it 9 or 10 Stalkers to one-shot, guys? He could try to, like, 2-shot, and especially if there's no battery overcharge, he could actually get really good value. He's got Blink already. Not able to find anything, but this at least keeps Trap penned in, forces him to invest in static defense that will not help secure his 3rd. Dark Templar almost finished warping in. The Robo's almost done. Astrea, he needs to chrono an Observer immediately. These Dark Templar could be a problem. He blinks into the main, though. He's busy. He's focusing on his Stalkers, which means he's unlikely to start an Observer right now because he's busy. He's finding good damage, but it's actually to his detriment because it distracts him from starting an Observer. He blinks away, recalls, he warps in a Stalker. Where's the Observer? He starts the Observer. Stalker warps in. He needs a Sentry. He's not in range of that. He's going to have to blink away. He's trying to block it. Oh! He's blocking the ramp. Okay, probes are running away. Good micro by Astrea. Good crisis management. And he should be able to just blink on top. And it's going to be 4 probes go down. Not too bad. Make it 5. Could have been worse, but hats off to Trap here for getting himself back into this game. He's now up 5 workers. He does lose a couple Dark Templar. Oh, Force Field with the warp in Force Field was very cute. Trap's going to try to poke with a few Stalkers. If he catches these 3 with these 5, or 7 even, that could be huge. And Trap's own 3rd base is not far behind. Astrea does go hunting for the pylon, finds it in the north. Doesn't know about the Dark Shrine, but he should be able to surmise that it is hidden in a corner somewhere. So I wouldn't be surprised if Astrea goes looking for that at some point. You got to remember, guys, he's been hallucinate scouting. He's about to do it again. He saw no Dark Shrine, so if he doesn't see it on this run, he should probably try and scour the corners. It's just, you could argue it's a bit dangerous sending Stalkers out of the map like that, getting them caught maybe. Maybe something to just think about later on in the game. +1 in charge on the way, so going straight to Immortal Charge. Similar probes for both sides. Astrea does still have more stuff, so the early advantage in the opening with just being much more focused on minerals seems to have paid off, right? He's lost 12 probes against just killing 6, and yet he's not too far behind. He's got a big army supply advantage. His +1 is way ahead. Sees the 3rd base. Charge coming in for Trap a little later in this game. Trap's going to poke with Oracle Stalker. Interesting. Maybe find himself a little pick-off here or there. I don't even know if Astrea glimpsed in there. A couple of observers moving out. Now, moving out with your observers against a guy who has DTs is kind of crazy, guys. He has no detection at home. One cannon coming up in the third, nothing in the main or the natural, and he's just moved both of his observers outside his base. That's a little wild. That's a little wild. I always leave an observer permanently outside my natural until I get at least a cannon in every base. But Astrea, confident player. Guardian Shield could be good here. Doesn't want to opt for it, though. Uses the Force Field to make it hard for Trap to get out. A great fight for Astrea. Units lost are massively in his favor now. Trap going for a fourth Nexus, trying to get his own Robo up. Finally, that Robo's so delayed. Gateway count is something you can usually tell to see where the infrastructure's at. 6 versus 8. You can see the 7th and 8th Gateway just now starting for Trap. Astrea started his +2. His fourth Nexus is later than Trap's. Similar work accounts for both sides. I mean, this game's too close to call, but Astrea's getting further ahead. You can't call it over. Astrea's building leads for himself right now. Trap's going to be having to be very efficient. Distracting your opponent's a good move. Surprised he didn't stop to pick off a Zealot, but I guess he figured he'd take a volley. And look at this. Astrea breaking the rocks in the middle. +2 starts for Trap. He's been really good about staying on top of his upgrades and chronoing them to try and catch up. Astrea's not going to give him time to recover. Oh, he could get the Prism. Potentially. Is Trap's flank going to work out? It might work out. He finds an Archon. Almost. No, good Prism pickup. The Prism gets jumped on. Oh, that's a disaster. Obviously, Astrea blinks forward and punishes him there. The Zealots on top as well. And even if you blink away, the Stalkers could chase. These Zealots are just going to A-move after him, while Astrea A-moves to the other side. He's like, if you stop to recall, these Zealots are going to shred you. If you don't micro perfectly, the Zealots are going to shred you. So Trap's in a really nasty position. He has to blink and recall, takes a massive amount of damage, does recall back. Battery overcharge does scare Astrea away, but Astrea's got a fourth base up, second Forge coming in for him as well. He wants to play Gateway heavy. You know, really just lots of Immortals, Archon, Zealots, Stalkers, and just have a big meaty army. Not wanting to go Disruptors, he wants the mobile force, which makes sense on site Delta to map with a big spread on the bases. Stalkers going after the Prism. Traps looking for the counterattack. But Astrea should be able to keep that Prism alive. Stalkers getting hit by the Zealots a fair bit. The batteries did help out in this fight, but I think if Astrea just gets one more warp in, gets those Archons on the Zealots, this could be game over. Trap agrees, and Astrea, what a run he's had today, getting a second game in a row. GG, well played. All right, going into game 3 in the top right side of the map, we've got Astrea. Down here in the bottom left, Gen G's Trap. That's right, guys. He's going to activate his Trap card. He's going to go for a Gate Scout, while Astrea is so confident. He's like, I don't even need to scout, bro. I can go... He'll probably scout after the second gate, but still. Delays it, gets a bit more minerals. I think he assumes you're not going to want to get expanded. It's a bit risky on this map. And yeah, he does go out with the scout now. Trap sees him leaving. It's going to be 2 gate against 2 gate on the high ground. See how the micro goes. Astrea does pull a probe off the close patch, but instantly replaces it. Really good micro for him. And he should replace that one there as well, but he's focusing on his cybercore timing. It is the more important thing. I get so distracted by this little probe dance that I make a lot of mistakes. Now, Astrea is going to get a pylon ready on the right side. Cute positioning. Ah, very interesting. This map is kind of awesome. If you open these minerals, you can proxy anywhere in this right side of the map, and it's so hard for them to find, man. Isn't that actually how Harstem died in the guy who got the free gas? It was on this map, right? The guy went and proxied 2 Stargate Void Ray down here and just wrecked him with 3 Void Rays. This is a good map to proxy. 69 Hawk Tour 69 just subscribed. Wow, thank you very much. I'm a big fan of your podcast, everything you do, your wisdom. It's helped me out a lot in the bedroom as well. I found, yeah, just I have been asking for clarification. So the first time I did it, so basically, let me know if I'm doing it right. So I went into the bedroom, got down to my socks, right? And then I basically just, I hocked up like a real big gully. I got like a lot of that phlegm in the back of my throat and I just spat it on the ground. And then my wife said, what the hell are you doing? Clean that up. So I didn't really improve the whole experience I was looking for at all. So if you've got any advice on what I could do, maybe I'm following the advice wrong. I don't know. Anyways, I'll have to watch more of your amazing podcast and learn about it, Hawk Tour Girl. Good to know that you're subscribed to this stream. Definitely the real Hawk Tour Girl in the chat. Stargate is proxied very close to the base. This could be very effective. And 2 Stalkers versus 1 Stalker in a Sentry. Interesting. You just have to do it faster and pretend the bedroom is a saloon. Okay, I'll try that next time, chat. Thank you. Oh, 2 Stalkers against 1. Obviously, the sentries do lots of damage to chew through the shields. For those who don't know, sentries do bonus damage to shields. They're especially good in this matchup. Just for knocking the first half of the hit points off most units. And they kind of fall off a little bit. That Stargate not getting spotted. I mean, Trap knows something's up. He's building his own pylon. He's like, I know you're doing something. He just doesn't know what it is. He's looking, but look at this. Astrea's just, this is a distraction squad, guys. He's just trying to be annoying. He's trying to distract him. But Trap's actually coming forward with a very fierce pressure. He's got 2 gateways, warping in more Stalkers, and Astrea's going to die to this. Yeah, Astrea's focusing full on aggression. So look at this. It's like, look, I got 3 probes, 4 probes. Ah, yeah. Astrea's doing a 300 IQ clever build. And Trap's about to deliver to him what we refer to as Korean justice. Now, for those who don't know, the Korean justice system, much like the Japanese one, it bites hard. It's not something you want to get involved in, man. You are going to go to a bad place for a long time. Trap is seeking out swift revenge on Astrea for the first few games. I actually know nothing about the Korean justice system, but oh, dude, this is actually a good flank. Dude, Astrea gets a good flank, recalls 2 Stalkers, brings him in from the inside, along with the probes. The probes are all attacking a sentry, though. He should be A-moving those probes. Stalker's doing pretty good. Oh, man. Dude, that was a clutch hold, and he goes back in with an Oracle, and he's getting a ton of kills there. He gets a ton of kills, does run out of energy, but dude, that was actually a very clutch hold. Sentries were not the unit. Trap did this reactively. He wasn't planning to do this from the start. If he had more Stalkers, he could have done it, but he got surrounded. That was such a nice surround from Astrea. Beautiful play, but I mean, he's still relying on very weak Stalkers and probes here. His probes keep target firing rather than A-moving. I haven't seen that before. Now he A-moves them. But you can see, yeah, he actually attacks specific Stalkers with them. Wow, I always thought you'd just A-move, but maybe this is a way of getting more damage out of them. I've never tried that before. Unfortunately for him, Trap's going to kill every single guy. His Oracle's just chilling, waiting for a chance. I mean, Astrea's up 10 probes. He just needs anything that can do damage. His probes are looking for the flanky flank. He's got to cut off the retreat. Stalkers getting surrounded. They're going to Pound Town. If he can get these Stalkers with the battery, he can hold. If he can get the Stalkers with the battery, he can hold. Those 2 Stalkers in the main go down. These Stalkers intercept. He's going to do some good damage there, but don't go too far away from the battery. A single Adept coming in this game is a hot mess. Both players' economies are looking rather wrecked. If he can squeeze another Oracle in, that'll be great. Does he see the Dark Shrine? Oh, he's trying to build a Robo. Trap knows about the Dark Shrine. Oh, the Stalker's a little slow to deal with this Adept. They do have Blink, though. I can't believe he has Blink. So Astrea has Blink and Dark Templar about to come in. I think you should just cancel this. I would cancel that for the money, Chrono Probes, and try to take a third. But Astrea, obviously, he's very busy. He doesn't have time to think of these sort of fancy tech switches. If he can find this pylon on the left, that would be massive. He's going to try and warp in a Dark Templar on the forward location. Trap is like, where is your Stargate, bro? Where is it? He finally finds it. Finally finds it. Stasis Trap. Nice harassment there from Astrea. Gets a little more damage done, but at what cost? Adepts are inside, and they're going to ruin him. These Adepts are going to ruin him. Are they, though? Actually, there is a Stalker ready. Oh, he's got to get rid of that one. Okay, now it takes 2 shots for the Adept to get the kills. Good micro for Trap, though. Dark Templar's walking in. Observer comes out, but there's no units with the Observer to stop him. The Dark Templar's going ham. The Adept gets 4 kills in total, but the Dark Templar's going to kill a lot. Oh, he gets surrounded. Bit of a mistake there for Astrea. He gets like 4 kills. Could have killed more than that. If he managed to get away from this round, that would have been good. Nonetheless, this game is an absolute poop shoot. It's a... Sorry. Someone pointed out in the comments, like, I don't think Pig knows what a poop shoot is. I'm literally in real time about to say the other version of that, which is a different word for poo show. And because I've got this like real time kind of trying to PG-13ize some of my commentary, not all of it, I still swear a bit, but I'm trying to lower the intensity of swearing. In real time, every time I'm about to say it, I change it to poop shoot instead. Yeah. And I know it's not the correct usage of that term, but it sounds a bit less offensive in my brain. I'm not sure if it is or not. Either way, I know I'm not using poop shoot correctly. Either way, I mean like shoot as in shoot gun, not like a shoot as in like a thing that drops down. You know what I mean? Anyways, Stasis Trap gets focused. Nice focus fire for Trap right now. Stalkers are doing what they can. Immortal and Stalkers running forward. Crapshoot is a better term. Thank you, chat. Yes, crapshoot is what I'll try to use from now on. 16 probe kills versus 15. Once again, guys, we are in a nail-bitingly close, crazy match. Proxy Oracle into Dark Templar. I think right now the advantages are Dark Templar tech for Astrea, plus an Oracle still on the map, which is really big. He's also got Blink out, which is massive. But the Robotech's quite big for Trap. Now, there is actually no observers. So, oh, hold on. No observers and Trap's going Dark Templar, and Astrea doesn't see it. That Stasis Trap's so cute. Oh, he could go back in maybe. Look at this. Adept comes in one more time. These Adepts are so irritating. Astrea's trying to get rid of them. Good micro. They pulls the weak one to the back where it's a bit more protected. Gets a bunch more probes. Trap is a menace right now. He's going to get the Adept out. But look at this. He's blinked back in on top of the stasis units. He's going to try and pick off some probes. But there's Stalkers there. Oh, no. I think Astrea might be getting too fancy, guys. He's going to try and pick off a probe or two and then just blink away. Astrea running through his opponent's face. He just lost a bunch more probes to that Adept before the probes killed it themselves. Trap is behind, though, because his third base isn't up and he doesn't have blink. It's just now starting. But he's got a Prism and he's got Dark Templar tech about to finish. The question is, did Astrea see said Dark Templar tech? The answer is yes, he did. Is he building Observers? Yes, he's making a Forge. I think Astrea, at the end of all this chaos, finds himself dead and he snipes the Observer with Revelation. Wow. I think Astrea stole Beyond's eyeballs. Beyond is the #1 Observer spotter. Astrea, learning from the Terran Observer sniping GOAT. If you guys think anyone's better at sniping observers than Beyond, let me know. I don't think they are. I think Beyond spots observers. It's like, for most of us, you don't even notice it. I feel like if any observer appears on his screen at any time, it's like, you guys know when like a fruit fly comes and lands on your face or like buzzes around in front of your eye and you're like, ah, it's like that level of, it's not that he's, oh my God, I spotted it. It's that he can't not spot it. Oh, the Dark Templar drop comes in. Oracle revelates one of them. Dark Templar doesn't even get the Stalker kill because he tries to run away. And does he not have an Observer up here? Oh, there he does. Oh, not the best focus fire for Trap. Gets himself a few more probes. Stalkers do take a while to clean up a DT. 4 is the magic number. 3, you can see, takes a bit too long. 4 Stalkers, I think, can 2-shot it. +1 on the way as well as charge here for Astrea. He's still up 10 workers despite losing 28 this game. Trap, of course, has lost 23. Trap's ready to push. I don't think it'll work, though. Stasis traps, batteries. The Immortal taking big damage. Blinks forward to get the stasis trap down. The battery overcharge is helping. Probes pulling to the front is big. I think Astrea has just enough numbers on those 3 Immortals, though. One of them goes down. The Prism. Nice Prism pickups. Focuses the other Immortal that's not in range of the pickup. Good choice there by Astrea. He blinks forward so he can focus the Prism. And he actually ends up just changing targets to the Stalker at the final second. Trap's counterattack doesn't quite cut the mustard. If he rotated around and he hit the left, maybe that could have worked. But upper ramp into stasis battery, no, didn't quite have it. Trap ends up overcommitting. He's still building Immortals. He has his own blink, but remember, he's actually up in gateways. He's only down 3 workers. It's just how do you deal with 16 blink stalkers that are just going to dive in, kill your battery, and barrel over you? I don't think he's got the numbers, my friends. And Trap, man, he fought a fun series, but he's meeting the Clown College president. That's right, Astrea, Lord of the Big Nose, the Giant Shoes, and, you know, smacking pies into people's faces, apparently. In this case, it is Astrea, looking dominant in PvP. I mean, if you beat 3 of the best players in the top 20, actually, most of them are like top 15 players right now. I mean, you deserve this win. Astrea's played like an absolute champ. Catches another DT on the counterattack. He did lose 7 probes, but yeah, he's still ahead. I mean, Trap's defending. Trap's not dead as long as he survives, but Astrea takes a 4th, goes back to probing. He's adding cannon battery everywhere, which I think makes sense. Oh no, guys. Now, for those who don't know, probes are much like modern employees who are, this is like the quietly quitting movement, you know? Essentially, if you find yourself in a large corporation where you don't actually have a job role anymore, but they're still paying you, you go to work every single day. You take that paycheck, you sit in your office, you get told to come to a meeting, you sit in that meeting and you nod and pretend to take notes while you're drawing doodles of random things. Like, that is what those probes are all doing. There's an entire department that has literally no directive from management at all and are just doing whatever they feel like. It is amazing. It's always someone's birthday, so they're always having cake in the break room. They're always chilling out, having a good time. That is losing Astrea a lot of income. Will it matter? Well, the Immortal hold is really good. The Dark Templar, he didn't build a cannon in the main. Dude, Trap might be fighting back. Is Astrea going to throw this match? Trap is actually fighting well from behind. Astrea needs to just stabilize, man. He's throwing away so many probes. Oh, my lord. Astrea, just back off. Back off the front. Deal with the stuff at home. Oh, no. He's getting a bit excited. I mean, to be fair, if we get game 5 from the advantage he's had in this game, it will be hype. He's going to blink forward. Whoa, crazy. Astrea's like, I've got an advantage. I'm going to keep attacking. And to be fair, he's so far ahead, it might just work. He's had +1 this whole time. Trap's +1 is finally about to catch up. Trap just killed 14 more workers with 1 Dark Templar. He's killed 53 probes this game. Oh my lord. 4 Nexus. He's going to send his own Dark Templar in, which could be game winners, man. You click a Dark Templar into some of these bases, especially if he gets like a Prism across the map, Astrea gets a Prism in the main, DT there, DT in the natural, it's probably game over. Like, Trapper's in such a vulnerable position. The fact that he's still alive is magical. He's going to get the Stasis Trap and the Observer there. He doesn't know that Astrea's down here being what I would refer to as a cheeky boy. Dark Templar runs in. That's an even cheekier boy. Cheeky boy on the left, sneaky boys on the right. Oh, this is big damage. 4 probes go down, make it 5, make it 6. He pulls the army out of position. The Stalker's blinking. He's going to go for the Nexus snipe. I wouldn't mind the Nexus snipe, but no, he just goes for probes. He accidentally left 2 Stalkers behind. They did not blink up because there wasn't enough room. That does happen sometimes. Stalkers bouncing around, and look at that, 14 probes. He does leave 2 Stalkers behind that time, man. Never quite enough space for all of them to fit, I guess. Focusing the pylon down would be pretty nice. This Dark Templar, I don't think he expected this to survive, so he's like, wait, what? You're still here? He's like, oh, okay, try to hide, I guess. Something we learned from Max years ago is that Dark Templar outrun observers, but he doesn't have anywhere to run. So he's going to try and hide, and he will get turned into fireworks on that left side of the map. Another observer snipe here for Trap. Trap is on 38 workers right now, clutching at straws. He's right now, you know, he's hungry, and he's digging up weeds off the ground and eating them and finding out in real time whether or not they contain any sustenance. He is, at the moment, trying desperately to find any way to win this game. He's heavy on Zealots. Heavy on Zealots could do some good stuff. Stalker, Zealot, Dark Templar having a good time. We've got a 5th base in the top left side as well. Stalker, Zealot, Immortal Archon coming forwards. Stalker, Zealot here. Stalker's blinking forwards. Astrea's got a massive supply advantage as long as he doesn't... I mean, his army's the same, though. This is the most Astrea thing ever, guys. Being miles ahead and then, like, making the game seem really close. He blinks into the Zealots like a mad lad, loses 6 Stalkers for no good reason. Dude, Astrea's throwing this fight. Astrea's, like, taking this pretty badly. He needs to just, like, calmly blink back and not panic. Oh, battery overcharge, though. That'll save the day. That will save the day. The Dark Templar goes down. He's trying to, like, focus observers and do fancy things. He just needs to warp in Stalkers and blink them back 1 or 2 at a time. And I don't think he can lose this game. But it's still getting so close. Trap, though, he's trying to push through too many batteries. Trap needs to rotate left. He cannot fight here. He lost his observers. He lost his observers. This is the most Astrea thing ever. He's like, I'm up 50 supply. But the only way I'm going to defend is by focusing your observers down and then sniping everything with DTs. But that observer actually just allowed Trap to kill all of his DTs. And it's actually Astrea who doesn't have detection. But Astrea had so many numbers. Oh my lord, he made the tail end of that game as exciting as he possibly could. But at the end of the day, he does come out on top. What a barn burner. 53 probes against 46 in the final game. It started like it ended. Even though they had more economy in this game, it was just as action-packed. I will absolutely be tuning in for any Astrea vs. Trap series from now on. If that's the sort of PvP they're delivering, that is the opposite of boring. That is the best style of PvP. GG, well played, Astrea, guys. Gets the 3-0, and he proves that America's got what it takes to still win some tournaments. Heck yeah. Taking down Solo, taking down Beyond, taking down now Trap. 3 big scalps in a row. A fantastic week for... Oh, sorry, 4. He beat me before that. 4 big scalps in a row. He started off with the bacon, greased him up, and got him ready for the rest of the run. GG, well played, Astrea. Well done, man.